What was your drug of choice?
My drug of choice was cocaine. Even though I've indulged in weed and liquor, which is still a drug, and tobacco, cocaine was my main drug of choice.
Okay, being introduced to the streets at an early age, when would you say was the time that you broke off on your own into the streets?
Approximately at approximately at the age of 11, that's when I started getting into the streets because my mother was still to her addiction. I started gang banging. Even though I was in middle school, I started gang banging with Crips, and was smoking weed, selling it. We had guns, and I was just around all the wrong influences and peers. But at the age of 11 is when I broke off into the streets and I really started understanding and seeing what was going on out in the world, and that's when I got introduced to a lot of things.
What made you stop?
Actually, I was able to just go cold turkey and just stop. I was able to just say, you know what, I don't want this. I'm leaving it alone, and I just turned away from it and never looked back. And that was with like anything that I did: cigarettes, drinks, weed, anything that I really didn't like or didn't want. I was able to just walk away from and go cold turkey. And that was one of the things that's always been in me. So I didn't have to go to meetings, even though I've been to meetings. Even after my clean time, I never had to go any meetings or get any help. I did it on my own.
How is life for you now?
Well, life for me now is great because, for one, I woke up this morning. God is blessing me. I have 3 beautiful children. Everybody has a story in this world when it comes to drugs and using and addiction, and and I believe that everybody is placed in your life for a reason. Just like you're here with me today, we're all here. Everybody is here for a reason today, for us to be able to open up and talk to other people about our problems so we can possibly stop the use of from them from using in the youth, and so we can stop this repetitive cycle of what's going on out here in our world today. And I'm just happy and I'm thankful to be in a position that I'm in. I'm healthy, I'm clean, and I'm having a hard time with gaining employment because I've been in prison for some serious crimes, and every time I try to apply for a job I get denied. And sometimes I think like, well, do I want to go use it? That thought in the back of my head makes me feel like, do I want to go do this? I want to go get some more cocaine, but I never turn back to it because I know I have to be strong enough to be a man and move on. And like I said, it's hard for me to get a job, with the crimes that I have, but I'm not giving up, and I'm just happy for the position that I'm in. And as long as I'm breathing and got breath in me, I know that I'm going to be okay. If I had to say anything, I would say to the children, I have kids, and I don't want them to go through the things that I went through in life. That's why I try to be, first and foremost, I want to talk to the parents and the mothers and the people, because as parents and people, and we need to talk to our youth. We need to have our youth under us. We need to be more tighter on them and stop them from doing the things we're doing. A lot of parents are lax out here with their children and letting them do things that they shouldn't do. So that's how they end up getting into the streets. If you don't have a watchful eye on your children, it can make them become great or it can make them become worse. It's all about the circumstances and condition of the parents. But as far as the children and the youth out there, you don't have to be something that you're not. You don't have to pick up a drug to prove to somebody that you're this person or you're bad or you're bigger and you're better. You don't have to do that because it can mess up your life. I messed up my life doing drugs and going in and out of prison. And now I'm here standing here today. And like I said, I'm not able to get a job, but God is working with me and the people that I've been around to be able to help me to try to pave a way. So I'm thankful for that. But while the children and the youth, while you guys still have an opportunity out there to go to school, finish your education, because there's nothing out here in these streets but prison or death. And I know people can say things over and over again, but it's actually, we have to take action as a whole, as a unit. We have to have unity. We have to sit down and discuss this amongst our children, because if we don't, it can get worse. So the only thing I can say is for the children is for you guys to finish school. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it. You could be anything you want to be. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't need drugs to make you feel better or look better. You don't have to sell drugs to get money just because you want to be fresh or anything, because that's a lifestyle in itself as well. But you don't need to pick up, because one is too many and 1,000 is never enough.
Ask the Messengers, the program that deals with substance abuse. Real people telling real stories. Every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. on WMYD Detroit TV 20.